Alright, I'm going to quickly show my process for converting my raw motion capture stream into animations that I can use and modify. This video will be assuming you already have a way to stream your motion to a prepared character in Unreal Engine. Here, I have a skeletal mesh set up with the same skeleton as the Unreal Mannequin, so I was able to copy the Unreal Mannequin control rig as well, though you should be able to use any skeleton and control rig if it is set up correctly. The first step is to record the motion to an animation sequence. To do that, navigate to the Take Recorder, which can be found under Window, Cinematics, Take Recorder. Typically, when you open that, it will automatically open the sequencer as well. We will need both. I had an issue where the sequencer was sometimes opening up completely blank. If you encounter that, try just closing the sequencer and the take recorder and reopen. Any characters or objects that you want to record need to be added as source in your take recorder. Here, I'll select my live link character, click on source from actor, and add my current character. From here, make sure that your motion is playing. I just have a recorded motion going here, but this will work with your mocap or any other object in motion that you've added as a source. I'll also mention that I did have to play my simulation to get mine recording. You may or may not need to do that. From here, you'll want to hit the record button. Make sure that you capture the entirety of the motion you're looking to take advantage of. And when you're done, hit stop. From here, you'll need to navigate to the Takes browser. You can also find that under Window, Cinematics. The recording should have created a folder with today's date. Navigate to that folder and to the subfolders until you find this animation sequence. This was the recording of your character that you can then use to make modifications. From here, I like to start by dragging the animation sequence into the scene, and I will begin working on it from here. It may be important to ensure that your timeline is long enough to accept the entirety of the animation you've captured. So in Sequencer, move the cursor where you think you need it on the timeline, right-click, and set the end time. In Sequencer, you can click the Add button, Actor to Sequencer, and find your animation. If it's selected in your scene, it should be at the top of the list here. You'll want to stop the simulation before continuing, or you won't see the control rig when it's generated. Right-click on the animation sequence name, select Bake to Control Rig, and select the control rig for your character. Clicking play in the sequencer should show the animation with the control rig baked onto it. You can navigate through your control rig's hierarchy or select the controls within the viewport, and you'll see that there's a keyframe for every frame of your animation. Feel free to modify these as you desire to clean up or accentuate or modify any animations. In certain circumstances, you may find it useful to click the plus button next to your control rig and create an additive layer. This gives you an additional level of control over your animation, so you can set keyframes on any of these controls that add to the keyframes of your existing animation. This might be useful in countering motion on a walk cycle or other similar actions. If you'd like, you can set the range of the animation by moving the timeline cursor where you'd like it to start, right-click and set start time, move it to where you'd like the animation to end, right-click and set the end time. When the motion is looking the way you want it within the timeline, you're ready to bake to a new animation sequence. Right-click the original animation sequence name in Sequencer, move to Bake Animation Sequence, select where you'd like it, and give it a name. One quick additional note, in the Anim Details tab, you can right-click on Location, Rotation, or Scale to copy or paste the X, Y, and Z values at the same time. That was a quick rundown of my current process for recording motion in Unreal Engine. Hopefully some of this was helpful to you. Keep it unreal.